I'm not poking a bear. I'm saying that he's a stone. And I've spoken to 2 men he's lived in sales with. Who you had with? Curtis? No, I'm not saying allegedly. You're and you know it.
50 Cent is a what? Jaguar Wright never holds back, and that's exactly why her words have everyone talking. She's gone after some of the biggest names in the business before, from R. Kelly to Diddy to Jay-Z, and many of her past claims have later gained traction. So it's no wonder people are stunned now that she's turned her focus to one of the most influential figures in entertainment, 50 Cent, revealing something that no one saw coming.
I know you're tight, Curtis. You gonna fall for one of my niggas real soon. See if you figure out which one.
Now, for anyone unfamiliar with Jaguar, she's no stranger to controversy. She was once part of the same neo-soul movement that introduced artists like Jill Scott and The Roots. But over time, she's become better known for exposing what she calls Hollywood's darker side. So when she started mentioning Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, it immediately caught everyone's attention. According to her, 50 has carefully crafted his tough, streetwise, ladies' man image, but she insists there's more to the story than meets the eye. If even part of what she claims were ever proven true, it could completely reshape how people view 50 and the image he's spent years building.
And allegedly, you're and you know it.
I'm gonna do my Pierce Morgan and say he's not here to defend himself. So
no,
we're
neither is his.
This latest outburst began when Jaguar opened up about why she chose to step away from the music industry. She claimed that powerful figures, including billionaires and top executives, were quietly working behind the scenes to suppress genuine talent and control the narrative. According to her, the industry isn't built on creativity anymore, but on manipulation and silence.
They couldn't compete with me, and then they couldn't compete with my passion for the truth. The thing that hurts me is I have so many producers that have amazing records that they have been not allowed to release because someone paid for them not to be released. Which is why I walked away the way that I did, because I just wanted them to have a real shot without, you know, when you have a billionaire ex-boyfriend.
That's when the conversation took a sharp turn. Jaguar began addressing how she's been labeled as unstable or aggressive, something she believes is part of a larger effort to discredit her. She claimed that people try to trap her in legal trouble because they fear what could happen if she ever exposes everything she knows. One of the major topics she's threatening to reveal involves her claims about 50 Cent's private life. According to her, there's more to his story than what the public sees. And surprisingly, she isn't the first to suggest it. Even Rick Ross made similar insinuations about 50 more than 15 years ago.
Questions that I'm dying to know. Why do you call 50 curly?
He's not straight. He's a fag. He's gay. You know it. I know it.
It seems the song many men might take on a new layer of meaning when viewed in this broader context. What's especially interesting is that Jaguar's claims, which once seemed far-fetched, have led many to re-examine old interviews and rumors surrounding 50. Over the years, various figures in the industry have shared stories or hinted at behind-the-scenes dynamics that were never fully explored or understood. One artist, known as Smart, even made surprising claims about the secretive nature of relationships and rituals in the music world, comments that have since fueled more speculation than ever before.
Because I don't want a label playing with my life.
That's
Facts.
That's real.
That means playing with, okay, because I'm gonna expose, that means playing with your butt. You know what I mean? No, listen, because, no, I'll be honest, look, just saying in general, because I feel like a lot of people, like, I had like 2 record deals, right? And
They wanted your butt?
yeah.
Wait, hold on. You was with G-Unit. Look, he ain't smoked nothing, bro.
Hold on.
You ain't blink.
Jesus, okay. You sit back.
Like,
Yo, who with G-Unit wanted your butt, bro?
Listen, hold on, look.
What's his name? What's his name?
So look, because it's not even funny. I'm keeping it real, right? It's not even funny now.
Now, Smart's interviewers might have laughed off his confession as unbelievable, but things start to sound a lot more serious when you remember that even Spider LOC made similar claims about 50 nearly 6 years ago. At that point, What once seemed like a joke began to look more like a pattern, one that has kept resurfacing over the years.
He was on television. There was a Caucasian homosexual man who was interviewing him along with his co-host. He informed him that last time Vivica Fox was present on their show, she indicated that she thought 50 Cent was a homosexual himself. It called 50 Cent to say, "Oh no, because I let her have oral sex in my anal hole, she thinks I'm gay," which nobody asked him about those activities at all. They were just saying, hey, the lady alluded to the fact that she thinks there might be some things going on. And his explanation was, I love the way she orally has sex in my ass. So I'm not gonna, he told the gay guy, I promise I'll never do it again.
Oh no, because I let her lick my thinks I'm gay.
Hey, whatever works for you, 50. Our focus here is simply to dig deeper into Jaguar's recent claims and see if there's any real weight to them. While doing that, we came across none other than Vivica Fox. Yes, the same Vivica who once dated 50. During a TV interview, she subtly hinted that Curtis Jackson might not have been exactly the way he portrayed himself to the public, adding yet another layer to this already complicated story.
What were your thoughts when 50 Cent blamed the second season ratings dip on gay stuff?
First of all, you know, the pot calling the kettle black is all I'm saying.
Ooh. The pot calling the kettle black. Huh.
Whoa. That was some tea. That was shade. That was major shade.
Pot calling the kettle black. So, I mean, you're not insinuating that
he's
50
gay?
Cent is...
Oh my Lord, please. What? Girl, we gotta talk after this episode is over.
Wait, Vivica A. Fox, what are you insinuating?
Well, I mean,
Yep, that was someone who once claimed to have been close to 50, calling him out in a way that sparked plenty of debate online. And of course, many people remember how 50 himself used to mock Diddy, throwing around those same kinds of labels and jokes.
Now, Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said,
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January 19th.
That's why he says things. He doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says something fabulous and he goes, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What is he talking about?
Instant is going off.
When people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like, he said something to me one time, a long time ago. At Chris Lighty's wedding, he told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
But do you remember what Diddy said about that whole situation? It's understandable if you don't. It mostly flew under the radar. Still, Diddy once hinted that 50 actually had a secret soft spot for him, a claim that only added more fuel to the long-running tension between the two.
And he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes. What? I'm a nice guy.
Yo, why are you and Fifth just...
Hey, yo.
Why y'all not...
Hey, yo, I don't have no beef with
I don't know why.
With Fifth. He loves me. He loves me.
Do y'all really
can't
have
see
a
it?
beef?
I mean, y'all can't see it.
No, we can't see
Y'all
it,
can't
man.
see that he loves me?
But see...
You really, hold on, you really think that's hate? When you really break it down, you've been out here a long time. You know he loves me.
I don't think he like you.
You know he loves me.
I don't think he like you.
Okay.
But why?
Many people brushed it off as a joke at the time, but now some are beginning to wonder if Diddy was hinting at something deeper about 50. What's interesting is that there are a few old interviews and behind-the-scenes stories that seem to connect the two in ways fans didn't notice before. When placed alongside 50's own comments from years ago, it's led some people online to speculate that Gene Deal might have been referring to him all along. While there's no solid proof of any of this, the rumors have definitely reignited discussions about how complicated Diddy's relationships within the music industry may have been.
The story starts when I'm with Puff and he's in exotic bookstores and he's doing shopping, right? He's shopping, getting his stuff and everything like that. So, you know, this is the first time I was ever in an exotic bookstore with Puff. So, you know, I'm giving him his space. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that, because they gave him a brown paper bag. When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, you know, he got to go put it on the counter and, you know, show everybody what he's getting. So as he going, I'm just looking at the places where he picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I was like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plugs. And I was like, hey, yo.
Hey, did you see any celebrities Puffy did any of that stuff with, the swinger stuff with?
Yeah, I did.
Tell me about that.
I think I told you about that. One time, him and somebody, him, Sarah, and this young girl flew from Atlanta. And they, and flying from Atlanta, we had this artist with us, right? And we were staying in the presidential suite at the hotel. And this particular artist and Puff, they told me, don't let nobody come in the room. So I said, all right, cool. So I propped my chair by the room door while they went in. So this artist's cousin knocked on the door. So I went to him and I let him in because I knew him, I see his face and everything. I seen his face several times before. He said, yo, I gotta speak to my cousin. And I said to him, I said, well, they busy right now, man, and they told me don't let nobody come in the room. He said, yo, I'm going in the room to get my cousin out. And I said, bruh, you ain't going in the room to get your cousin out. They told me nobody could go in the room. So he said, I don't care who you are, what you doing like that. I'm going to get my cousin. He went to go and try to open the room. I grabbed his ass, joked him up, and slammed him on the piano. And the next thing you know, Puff and this artist run out the room naked. And so then I said, I see the artist trying to grab a towel. Puff didn't give it. And the artist like, yo, what's wrong? What's going on? What's going on? He like, yo, Gene, that's my cousin. And I was like, yo, my man, he was trying to get in the room and y'all told me don't let nobody else come in, let nobody come in this room.
This really makes you wonder, does 50 lash out at gay people because he's afraid of being seen as one himself, or is he more worried about the backlash that might come if he ever came out? Either way, Jaguar's accusations seem to get more intense the further back you trace them. Naturally, 50 isn't happy about someone putting his name out there like this, and according to Jaguar, that's exactly why he's now trying to silence her.
50 is the penguin on a diet.
Oh,
Curtis?
Okay. So, right, so you can find him in the club.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. So let me ask you, when Pierce...
Hopefully not at Coco Pele.
Damn.
I got somebody looking for you there.
Damn.
I know you're tight, Curtis. You gonna fall for one of my real soon. See if you figure out which one.
Oh my God. So
I had somebody watching your ass the second you came down to the clerk's office. Now you might have been able to pay everybody down there to get on Facebook and lie about me and say that I was arrested for kidnapping and elderly abuse. Y'all remember when I got arrested and brought here to Dallas after I got extradited? What was it, for kidnapping and elderly abuse?
Here, Jaguar completely went off on 50, claiming she knows all about his alleged relationship with Soulja Boy, and even saying she's aware of 2 other men he's supposedly been involved with. The claims were wild, to say the least. She also hinted that with Diddy now behind bars, Jay-Z is trying to show he's still running the game, and 50 Cent is eager to step in as his new right-hand man. According to Jaguar, 50 is willing to use any tactic necessary to climb higher, no matter how messy it gets.
Because the only reason he's kissing up to Jay-Z right now, trying to manipulate the circumstances of what's supposed to happen at the Super Bowl. See, Diddy's in jail. Jay-Z's used to having a wingman. You think it's gonna be you? Now everybody knows in the backdrop, Sean Carter, that you promised the South that the next time the Super Bowl came through, it would be a Louisiana affair. And then when Diddy goes and gets into trouble and you need to convince the white people you're still in control, you bring Kendrick Lamar, who we already know you don't like for the way he embarrassed you on Don't Kill My Vibe, the remix. But we also know you got ties in TDE, Sean Carter, and you got a switch on top. I know that. I know that for a fact. Just like why you keep having artists that want to jump off of high places.
At this point, it became clear that Jaguar wasn't just calling out individuals. She was trying to expose what she believes is an entire system. According to her, these patterns aren't random at all, but part of a cycle designed to keep certain powerful figures protected, while truly independent artists either disappear, self-destruct, or get replaced. Then, turning her focus back to 50 Cent, she accused him of recruiting people to stir up chaos at the upcoming Super Bowl in New Orleans, and warned that it would all come to an end soon.
I'll tell you one thing, Curtis Jackson, you are a setup king, and I promise you this, any little that you're enlisting to go down to New Orleans and start trouble during the Super Bowl, that will stop. That will stop. I'm sick and tired of you. And the truth is, they only like you for your money.
Now, this has opened up a huge can of worms, pushing people to revisit all the things Jaguar has said about 50 over the years. And according to her, he's nothing short of a menace. She claims that 50 has a habit of hiring private investigators to dig up dirt on anyone he sees as a potential threat, using that information to keep them in check or destroy their reputation if needed.
Get your take on 50 Cent had recently just went to Shreveport and he put on this whole extravaganza.
I hate that.
Yeah, Hurricane Chris has come to the blogs and said, how could you come here to our place and not put on those Shreveport legends, and you could spend $500,000 on security to keep the hood out or to keep the hood from going?
Cause he don't give none of them about none of them boys.
Oh.
He don't give a about Louisiana. Cause I tell you one thing, the second that Curtis got down there, right before me and my son were separated from each other, we went home for a visit. And the fishing hole that we went to, where fish are normally jumping, all of a sudden died. There was nothing out there. You could smell the poison in the water, which of course would irrigation, which of course would bring storms around. You know, you gotta like multimillionaires when they start creating tragedies to pretend to be heroes for. Why did Curtis Jackson lie to everybody? Why doesn't Curtis Jackson tell people that he has a house in Carrollton, and he's had a house in Carrollton for over 7 years? That he comes down here, getting a lay of the land, hiring private investigators to follow people around. Why didn't he tell anybody that Millennium Studios, which is now G-Unit Studios, was already there? Why is he pretending like he built it from the ground up? He didn't, he bought it. I know Millennium, I used to go there all the time.
Yeah, it did exist.
Yeah, I know. So why did he lie to everybody? Why did he tell everybody his studio was gonna be in Texas? Why did he keep it so quiet?
It seems 50 might not be as innocent as he appears, and according to Jaguar, he's been lying to people all along. She even claims he's secretly connected to Diddy's infamous freak-off tape operation. And you know what? That actually adds up, since he's also allegedly used blackmail to climb his way to the top, just like Diddy. Jaguar's accusations are nothing short of explosive.
How about we say it like this? Since people like putting me in lawsuits fraudulently and everyone wants to sue me, let's be a little careful with that. I'm gonna tell you who I think should be in it. Sean Carter, Curtis Periwinkle Jackson. I'm about sick of him. Did you see that crap that he put up last night?
No, what did he put up?
fingering the Jigga Man for helping Diddy boom boom Kid Cudi's car. That's interesting, isn't it? Funny thing is he's always saying little slick stuff. And don't nobody ever figure he needs to be subpoenaed for any of it. If we go back and we think about things that he said before Cassie filed the lawsuit, right before Cassie filed the lawsuit, he was talking about how Diddy used to send videos of Cassie getting partied on, getting freaked off on. And he said he called me and he said, hey, have you seen this? I thought this was your girl. I thought you loved it. Oh yeah, she loves it. She loves it. Whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, yada, yada, yada. That was evidence of a freak-off that he had footage of. Why was that not subpoenaed? And if he knows so much, why isn't he a material witness? Like all of this, ooh, I'm gonna sit on Instagram and I'm gonna just shoot a shot and I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna sit back and watch. And yet, please, this is serious. People have been hurt. People have been destroyed. Now you just want to be the lineup king, Curtis, huh? How about we line you up everything you did with Soulja Boy?
Interestingly enough, Jaguar had a pretty solid theory about why 50 has been so vocal when it comes to tearing Diddy down, yet suddenly went quiet when the Fed started tightening the screws and the case finally hit the courtroom.
Better do right by Shreveport, or I'm gonna let everybody know that Diddy doo-wop bop ain't the only taste you got.
So, just to switch gears.
And faggot. Curtis. I'm sick and tired of him. I'd have more respect for him if he came out the closet.
It seems like...
Because he's a lot more Bogart than Brooklyn.
It seems like 50 Cent is trying to take down Diddy.
No. He's trying to move Diddy and Jay-Z out the way so he can run it. And the truth is, I ain't mad at him. I just don't trust him. Because the truth is, he would just be another kind of monster in another kind of way. He don't want things to change. He just want to be the one that's running it. See? Easiest thing to do is to take your enemy's feet and hold them to the fire for things you know that they won't admit. Which is why when that C&D came out, he took all of that Diddy shit down. Because of his tape. Say. I just wish, listen to me, make you no mistake about it. 50 is pure hip hop, pure MC. And just like Mike Tyson. Does every time Mike Tyson stuck his in his ass makes him any less the killer that he is in the ring? See, and I think that's the problem that people don't understand when it comes to this hypersexuality in hip hop and masculinity. A lot of people don't realize a lot of the archetypes and everything that they built on are built around Roman soldiers, Greek soldiers, whose butt breaking as a way to trauma bond with each other so that they would kill for each other on the...
Do you think Jaguar might be onto something here? Is she really uncovering the truth? Or is it all just wild speculation? Let us know what you think down in the comments below.